know how that happens because what did I do differently? So
Well,
who knows?
It's because you come from like a communist country.
Well,
Well,
like
they're probably
communist.
Norway, yeah.
Yeah, but like I think people who live here are automatically taking their freedom for granted.
Okay.
And because you're just
not
born
Native
in-
Americans.
Not, especially not me after I even served as well.
right,
So
right.
people say, why you serve? Why you do that? They took your country. I'm like, it's still our country.
It's
like we still have to fight for it too. So
Right.
and plus, I mean, it runs in my blood.
Yeah. Plus a couple free trips to Singapore every now and then.
Not no more.
I got that.
I doubt I'll ever be back.
So
in
you
Singapore.
can't go back.
I just can't go back.
Yeah.
I'm banned. They were trying to give me 6 strokes of the cane.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Wow.
like
They were
some-
going to cane you?
Yeah, the Attorney General of Singapore pulled me in his office in a high rise and with the 2 JAG officers, and they're like, they say they're gonna punish you when they get you back. So I'm gonna let you go. He says, but I don't have to. I could keep you. I could give you 2 years in a Singapore prison. And 6 strokes of the cane, $2,000 fine.
Wow.
So he shows me in the law book, and the girl whose ass I apparently slapped, I was like,
Wait a
out.
second. In the law book, it says slap ass.
Yeah,
You
it's
get,
called like
you get
indecent assault or something.
6 strokes
like
of a
that it's called,
cane, $2,000, and 2 years in prison.
Hey, and in their prisons, you're eating fish heads, I guess.
E pluribus unum.
Yeah. And then they take this long bamboo stick, like 10 foot long.
Yeah.
And they have this like trained martial artist who flies from across the room. You're bent over,
Oh, so
ass revealed.
right.
And and the bamboo is frayed at the end. So
Well, I know,
when
yeah,
he
yeah,
hits you,
yeah.
it just like rips you open.
So it's not
And
just
I guess
something.
the
Yeah.
people pass out on the first hit. And I was like, I remember the guy who was tagging cars over there?
Right.
American, and
Yeah.
They caned him. And
Every now and then they'll cane an American. It's horrible.
so that's what I automatically thought went through my head. I was like,
But they've got
they're
a
gonna
trained
cane
martial
me.
artist
Yeah.
to do that. It's not
I
just
was
some
like,
cop.
I'm gonna be on CNN getting my freaking native ass ripped open.
Right,
So
right.
yeah, I'm glad I didn't. So
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't either. That would have been awful.
yeah.
So, but that's probably where I met Angela's. Like I say, at Bar Sinister or something,
Yeah,
where
the
you've
upstairs
seen
room.
a few of those things. Now, you into that stuff? You're into
Oh no, I mean I would watch, why not?
right.
But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like almost all the time I would go to Bar Sinister, it'd be like, oh, I guess it's a weird night where you don't have DJs, but we have like S&M stuff, and I'm like, okay, well I'm down here.
It's always like the other way
Hanging
around when
out.
I go. Like they never start that till like 12:30.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
those party days.
Yeah, well, I have never outgrown them, but I should go to a 5-star bar where I
haven't
get party with
exactly
adults.
Outgrown my party days,
Oh, really? Do
Still,
tell.
I mean, still partying at the 5-star.
Yeah.
I might be working, but
Yeah.
it's a good time.
It is. Yeah.
The 5-star is pretty kick-ass.
Yeah. No, it's an old. I mean, it's
I've been
historic.
through a lot of dives, and this is like the
No.
top,
It's
like,
it's
for
really
me.
good. It's
Yeah.
really good.
I mean, all over the world too. And
Right.
what's cool about this place is so nostalgic. Is like it's an old hotel, and there's like an underground basement and
Right.
whatnot, and it's just. I mean, it's so cool to be up there on that stage because you don't know who started there or whatever. You could just feel the history.
Oh, sure. That's
And
like
so
yeah.
when I go in there, I have like a rock star attitude,
Yeah.
Like, I mean, one thing I never do is like mosh and shit like that because I'm getting old,
Did you use the
I don't
mosh?
need no broken, twisted ankles, nothing like
Right.
that. But I have a lot of respect for rock music because I was a wrestler growing up too in high school.
Oh, now you tell me.
So when you're lifting weights and you're running and everybody's like listening to Metallica,
Right.
Motley Crue,
Sure.
I mean, it's just everything we listen to, and
Right.
we're pumping iron, doing our thing. And so I wrestled all through high school. Then I used to even rodeo. So I was just like one of those really crazy motherfuckers that just almost had a death wish,
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, I can see that.
Yeah, in the Navy, I used to launch aircrafts at the catapult off an aircraft carrier. I was a hookup petty officer. So, I mean, it's just all like, it's one of the most dangerous jobs in the whole planet, and
you're like, yeah, I'll do it.
I'm like, let's do it, man. And it was. So rodeo, I used to ride bulls, and you could see me on YouTube riding one bull at least.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's JR Redwater rides bull. That's all you gotta type.
That's gotta. How long did you last on the bull?
JR Redwater rides wild Latino woman.
How long did you last on the bull?
I stuck it out, man. You know,
Yeah.
like I had to jump off. You know,
I would imagine. Yeah.
So it's. I mean, but I was a natural at that.
But not a rodeo clown, a real rodeo guy.
No, yeah. I was clowning afterwards. You know,
that's the mark of a successful ride.
Yeah.
When you can clown afterwards and not get a bull's boot up your ass.
Well, you know, you do have groupies at the rodeos too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell me about the rodeo groupies.
Buckle bunnies. You know?
Buckle bunnies.
Yeah.
Really?
You know, like they're just a bunch of girls who stand along the fence, and when you're in the chute ready to come out, like the rodeo.
Like they're trying to get your buckle.
There's one memory. Yeah, I have. The rodeo announcer. He's all. Yeah, this next cowboy, Crow Creek cowboy, Dominic Redwater, shoot number 3. And then I just hear all these girls, woo! I'm like, oh, let me concentrate.
This is like Dallas Buyers Club without the AIDS.
Yeah, you know, it's just really, they're groupies because they follow you from rodeo to rodeo. Every weekend you have like maybe 3 rodeos.
Were you married at this time or were you single?
No, I was in high school.
Oh, okay, so you were that buckle was getting around.
Yeah, I wasn't real tied down much. I used to roll to these rodeos on my own.
Yeah,
and I'm native, so everybody there's white.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So all my friends are white cowboys. Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of like how I don't know. It's real funny, but 5-star. Great. I hope you come by. I want to see you rock there.
How old is the 5-star?
Started in 71, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there's so much history there. I mean, like, the actual building, like he was saying, old hotel, and it was, like, 3 stories originally. All the other stories got burnt down.
Wow.
Original ceiling on the floor that we have, and then original floor. And then there's, like, a basement and a fight club. Scenes of Fight Club were filmed in the basement. And there's also
great movie.
Really great movie.
Do they still do the Fight Club in the basement like a real?
No.
So you can't say anything. So who knows?
They were actually gonna like film there recently for a documentary for a student film, and I guess they weren't allowed to get down there. It's pretty scary back there though.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like all these like weird little like hotel like type of rooms like in the other side of the building, and then I don't know where the basement is. I don't want to go down there. There's been like dead bodies found and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Who knows what's rotting down there now?
Yeah, I don't want to go back there.
I just
It's
recently moved to downtown Los Angeles,
Yeah.
and then I had walked up to the bar, and then I met
Is that what
Rodney.
happened? Right.
I met Rodney. He was bartending,
That's my boyfriend.
and I was like,
okay.
hey, Rodney, like, just had a glass of wine because there's no liquor there for some reason. I don't know the rules or whatever.
So it's just beer and wine?
So I was just like drinking wine. I was like, okay. And then he's like, we do comedy here. I was like, really? And so that's how I hooked up. And I've been there twice now.
Right.
And I love the bands that come through there. They're fucking rocking as fuck, you know? Like, I mean, they're the nicest guys too, but when they get up there, they're like animals, you know?
Yeah.
And I love it.
Right.
No, I love that kind of stuff all the time. Like I said, I wanted to be a rock star.
Right, like this guy.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of groupies, you're about to go to Europe with Buckcherry.
Yeah, that's right.
So you might get some action on that tour, I would think.
Might.
It's in November, and we're doing I think it's 7 dates with them, and one of them already sold out. So I think we're gonna have to expand the tour. So
okay.
It's gonna be hot.
You a fan of Buckcherry?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I went somewhere and a guy comes up to me and he says, "How you been? How you been?" And it's like I'm thinking, who's this guy?
Right.
And he starts talking to me. We're talking for like 5 minutes. I'm thinking, who is this guy?
Right.
So he says, so I finally say, I'm dying to know who you think I am.
Right.
And he says, Buckcherry, you're the lead singer.
Right.
So my connection with Buckcherry is that apparently I look a little bit like.
There's a slight facial resemblance. His hair is totally different than yours.
Mine is the tattoos and the hairs.
Oh, you got tattoos all over yourself?
No, he does.
Oh, yeah, I know he does.
I have 0 tattoos.
Yeah, you gotta get on that.
No.
No, you're not gonna get a tattoo?
No.
Look at this.
I know, right?
Look at this.
Hey, I'm working on a half.
Look at all this. You're telling me me and the rock star are the only ones without tattoos in here?
Well, where's your tattoo?
I don't have any.
He's a comedian.
He's a comedian,
no,
yeah.
but I'm the only one in my family that does not have tattoos. My parents have tattoos, so I've seen the future of tattoos. It's not pretty. It's so. But I was going to ask you.
Ugly.
I was going to ask you. Rocky Kramer can't be your real name, is it?
Well, what do you think?
That's a no.
Yeah.
So is Kramer from Kramer Guitars or?
It's actually a combination of things. It's Kramer from Seinfeld. It's also, if you're into rock, there's a producer named Eddie Kramer. He produced Jimi Hendrix,
right.
Kiss, and
wasn't there a musical instrument?
That's
a Kramer.
Kramer guitars.
There's Kramer Guitars too, but
maybe. And I mean, yeah.
And also, I like the marketing on it, like Rocky Kramer.
Right.
In comedy, the K is the funny.
Right.
letter.
It always is.
Is it really?
Yeah, Rocky Kramer.
Yes.
I just think
it rolls
on.
on.
It's
Yeah.
a great name, and it looks great. If you
It's
look
right
at
there.
logo,
Look at that. No, the logo's great.
It reminds me of
it's
Iron
sexy.
Maiden.
Right. You want the bop 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 bop. 1 2 1 2.
Right.
Rocky Kramer.
Right. And Rocky comes from Rocky movies.
The movies. Yeah, I love the movies growing up. I love the soundtrack.
Right, because there's a YouTube of you playing "Gonna Fly Now" on guitar.
Yes.
With a full band.
Like Rocky 4 is my favorite movie, which probably says a lot about
Really?
me. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
But all the movies
Where he runs up a mountain.
So
He literally runs up, no equipment, no harnesses. He runs up a mountain.
It may be a stupid movie, but I love it. I'll watch it over and over again.
I understand. No, it's fun.
It's my favorite movie. So.
Really?
Yeah.
So he beats up the Russians and you're all into it.
But when you watch that movie, don't you get excited?
No, you do.
Because
you do.
he's working out, he's all muscular. It's like you want to go out and work out.
Right.
And then next morning you don't.
No, I've got a friend. Honestly, I have a friend who works out to the Rocky IV soundtrack. He loves it.
Yeah, I actually.
I'm not kidding.
I used to do that.
There's no easy way out.
Yeah,
There's no way out.
I mean, it gets you going.
It's a great name.
So I like. Yeah, and I liked I like the fact that the music has the energy that gets you going. So I wanted to use that for my music.
Right.
So if you listen to my Firestorm has a lot of energy in it.
We can tell already. Now let me ask you, because boy, where's the time go? We're almost out of time.
It's like 2 a.m. already.
No. But the Motley Crue movie was a big hit, and a lot of people your age, those kids, are now listening to that type of music. You think that's going to help you? You think people are coming back to real rock music?
I think the 80s are coming back. I think people love hearing the 80s because it's real music.
Right.
And I think the 80s was pretty much the end of the era where it was recorded there's a lot of reverb and a lot of synthesizers. I just think it was very nice sounding music.
Right.
And then the 90s came around and they took away the reverb, they took away all the production and made everything sound kind of plain. Mm-hmm. And then all the dance music came along that was everything was very robotic and so I just think the 80s had a lot of energy. Obviously some of that was because of drugs. But the music videos were very fun. The music was fun.
I'm glad you hit me up with that segue because I almost forgot to ask you because I read an interview where you were at Hempfest in Seattle.
Yeah. We played there in August.
Right, but they said that now easy, Jr. Mm-hmm. But you said you don't smoke pot, but you are for hemp for other purposes.
Well, the thing is that
or do you smoke pot?
I don't.
Okay.
So now.
You don't have tattoos. You don't smoke pot. What kind of rock star did I book on the show?
Who's this guy? Well, you got to keep in mind that my favorite band growing up was Kiss. And Gene Simmons makes a big deal out of not smoking.
That's true.
Not drinking. Now I drink a little bit of alcohol.
Have you met
once
Gene?
in a while. Well, there's a story to that too.
Oh,
I may not tell. I was at the Rainbow one time. And Gene Simmons and Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer were eating right next to us.
Right.
Because Gene was doing something for the Family Jewels.
Yes.
At the Roxy, so they were there eating beforehand. So I got to kind of hang out with them somewhat.
How starstruck were you?
You know, I mean, when I say I'm a big Kiss fan, I really mean I'm a big Kiss fan.
Yeah.
So
What's your favorite Kiss song?
Where do I begin? I mean, it's
King of the Nighttime World.
Well, that's a good one.
That's my favorite.
A good one. I think my favorite. We can say my favorite album is Kiss Alive 2.
Yeah.
And 1, of course.
Yeah.
But both of them just have a lot of energy, which I always thought was great. But
you not only is Gene there, but the two guys in the band are there.
Yeah. So it was the current lineup minus Paul.
Right.
So
I mean,
let's
bigger than Gene Simmons.
Let's hear your Gene Simmons story.
Okay, so like I'm in San Diego at this convention, the National Indian Gaming Convention. I'm there always trying to get work, but it wasn't this year. It was 2 years ago.
Right.
This past year I went there, but I didn't see Gene.
Gene.
And so, I'm coming out of the convention floor, and then I see this big, tall dude with black hair, glasses, snakeskin boots, all that. It's just really beautiful. And then I see everybody crowding around him, but he's coming by me, and I'm like, oh, that's Gene Simmons, you know? And then I'm like dapper too, you know, because I got to dress up for the event, and he's dressed like me. I mean, his clothes didn't come from, Ross or anything, but,
So you guys match, but you got yours at Goodwill.
His handkerchief was worth more than freaking my car and everything, you know?
Right.
So
you got the Goodwill jacket on.
yeah. So he's like coming out rocking. I'm flossing too, and then next thing you know, it's just like he walks by me and I do a selfie with him. He doesn't say nothing. He's just like, and he gets in a selfie like this, behind me. I'm like, yeah, fucking geez.
Did he do the song?
And then, no, he said not one word. He was like just silent freaking rock star that was still rock star doing that. I was like, I wish I was silent and still a rock star, right?
Right.
The funny thing, so I had a show that night. I was showcasing for all the Indian gaming people. And then before I went there, I had went and I was down by the where they play baseball, and I was cashing my check that they gave me, before the show.
Sure.
So then
you got to do that in comedy.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're comedians, right? And so this girl, I'm sorry, I had to go here, but it's kind of like feels really supernatural and related. This girl jumps off this building.
What?
Like a parking garage, 7th story. I saw her and she hit the ground, and then I went over there and I was like, wow, and like I didn't know like what
is this a Me Too story?
Is this a real story?
Hashtag Time's Up. Gene was up there like,
how after you meet the guy who's the name is the demon, and then after you witness a suicide. Wow. And I just ran over there and I just like said a quick prayer for the lady, and I was like, oh my. And I walked away, and I had to go do my comedy show after that.
Wow.
So it's like really, so you know what I did? I did this. I drank a lot of liquor before that show because it messed with my head.
It would have to be funny after that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. I wonder if Gene was up there like, hey, you want to come to my car and let's look it up or something? I don't know. But, who knows? But where's the time go? There was something else I was going to ask. But Rocky, I think you got a big future, and I definitely want to. Now you're gonna be performing in LA. You're gonna be doing like the Whiskey to Roxy and things when your album comes out.
We're looking at performing at the Grove.
Or even better, what was I saying, Whiskey to Roxy? The fuck am I thinking? You're gonna be at the Grove.
Yeah, we're gonna do some local shows. We're gonna probably play Vegas, like Vamped. And,
yeah, I can see that.
Vamped is a cool place.
Yeah, my friends Stitched Up Hard. I saw them play there not recently. It was great.
It's a cool place to be.
Yeah, well, you're in a cool place right now. How excited are you? Well, whatever.
It's a hot place too.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm wrapping up the show. But you're.
Hey, I'm Indian. It's like a sweat lodge.
Yeah, you're used to it.
We're good, guys. We're good.
When you start seeing visions, that's what's going to happen. But how after all this work, it's all coming into fruition in 2019. Your album's about to come out. How excited are you?
I'm super excited.
You've been working hard a long time for this.
It's finally happening.
And that's what I was saying. So the 80s come back, the guitar solos are coming back. I think you picked the right time. I think what Greta Van Fleet was for last year,
Oh yeah, for
you
sure.
could be for this year.
Yeah, I think they're great.
Yeah, so they're bringing back that sound. You're bringing back this sound. But anyway, I could talk to you guys forever. But we're gonna play one of your songs when we close out. But tell everybody where they can reach you, where they can find you, social media, your website, everything.
Sure.
And join the Rocky Kramer fan club.
Yeah. If you want to join the Rocky Kramer fan club, all you got to do is go to rockykramer.com. Rockykramer.com. That's Rocky with a Y, Kramer with a K. And you just click fan club, and you can sign up, and you can get all the information you want to know. There's also links there to my Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Everything is there.
Yeah.
So that's all you really need to know. RockyKramer.com.
That's it. That's a one-stop shop, and you'll be able to get this album Firestorm there, I'm sure. And
Very soon, in August. Yeah.
in August. That's going to be the late summer soundtrack. That's going to go right in the fall and July, and then you're going to go to Europe. You're going to be here. You're going to do a West Coast tour. You're going to tour Europe with Buckcherry, and try not to get herpes when that happens, and see what happens.
There's
Try to be careful.
No, the
how many?
Coachella,
Like
yeah.
6,000 cases of measles over in.
That's another thing. Get vaccinated.